Guys, I love it. I love it. I'm so excited. This fight between Bryce Mitchell and Jean Silva completely broke MMA Guru's mind. I mean, he just lost it. Going into it, he was very excited. Let's go, Bryce Mitchell, man. I'm a big fan. For no reason. There's a reason, but we'll get into that. No one's a real fan of Bryce Mitchell. His fighting style is pretty shit. Not shit, but boring. It's not fun to watch. When he beat Kron Gracie, it was kind of like the lesser of two evils. And I'll be honest, I kind of like Bryce Mitchell. I like his fights. And him as a person, I think, this might be, very controversial, but I don't think he's fucking bad. I don't think he's a bad person. And I just think the people who support him are kind of pulling him into something that, he should be staying away from. He should be staying away from MMA Guru, who is someone, who thinks the Jews control everything. And before I get into anything, one thing I would like to say is, Guru says that he believes the Jews are all powerful, but yet I haven't seen him really suffer any of the consequences, of the Jews, striking him with the hammer. I will be that Jew, MMA Guru. I am that Jew that will cause suffering to you. Not physically, I won't harm you, but the big bad Jew that you think of, that's me, buddy. So beware. I am the big bad Jew, Mr. Guru. All right, and with that being said, let's get into, MMA Guru having a mental breakdown over his favorite Nazi, second favorite. I don't even want to call Bryce Mitchell a Nazi. I think he has some Nazi ideas, but I don't think he himself is a Nazi. Bold take, huh? Wow, not a Nazi, and who cares if he's a Nazi or not? It's just a word. Bryce Mitchell, everybody. Please, round of applause for Bryce Mitchell. He lost via submission to Jean Lord Silva. I mean, it was pretty embarrassing. He got completely dominated the whole fight, and MMA Guru seemingly copes about it on Twitter after Bryce Mitchell gets fucking dog walked. I decided let's start this off with how MMA Guru felt about Bryce Mitchell like about a year ago, to see what about Bryce Mitchell does MMA Guru like.
Can we admit Bryce Mitchell is just as boring as the most boring fighter? I mean, he's not the most exciting. Yeah, he's not too exciting, Bryce Mitchell, to be honest with you, is he? Right. He sort of makes up for it because he puts some shit on the line because there's potential embarrassment with a loss. Can we admit Bryce Mitchell is just as...
Oh, so that's why you like him. Because he puts shit online that could be embarrassing after a loss. And I think his loss was pretty embarrassing. But wait, you were the one that was embarrassed on behalf of him for some reason? I mean, I've never seen somebody be embarrassed on behalf of a fighter losing because you were that in love with him. I mean, I might be wrong, but I didn't think Adolf Hitler was a fan of homosexuals. So this is kind of odd seeing two homosexual men lusting over each other and lusting over their love for Adolf Hitler. I don't think he would be I think he's rolling over in his grave right now. I don't think he's in a grave. Wherever he is, you would know. Tell me. They do like a pilgrimage to Adolf Hitler's place of rest once a year. All these people, him, Bryce Mitchell, that's it. Just them two. They go on a pilgrimage over. They're basically like Muslims, but not. They don't go to Mecca. They go to the place Adolf Hitler died. Yeah, where he's buried at, and they go and they take pictures. That's why he's very pale, because the pilgrimage is coming up soon, and as soon as that happens, you'll see he comes back with a little bit more of a tan on him because he was outside, walking around, doing the whole thing he does every year. It's a big deal for him. He should talk about it soon. You guys will see. All right, let's be honest. The first thing I want to see is his prediction. The hair is atrocious. I'm sorry. I don't know who has worse hair, Jean Silva or MMA Guru. He has a fucking helmet on his head that's a different color. Like, he dyes his beard a lighter color. This is a fucking mess. He's wearing a wig on his head, a fucking helmet. But let's listen.
Well. Bryce Mitchell versus Gene Silva.
We're going to put this fast.
The moment we have been waiting for. The fight of this card and the next.
Faster.
I don't even know what the next card is. Who cares?
Let's see.
Bryce Mitchell versus Gene Silva. It's here. It's upon us. And let me tell you this. Bryce Mitchell's a plus 270 underdog.
Right.
I don't know what kind of people run the gambling. I'm joking. Let me not get all Bryce Mitchell about this. But his pattern recognition is second to none. Okay? Gene Silva claims...
Look at how giddy he gets so fucking excited. Look at this.
I'll get all Bryce Mitchell about this. But his pattern recognition is second to none. Okay? Gene Silva claims his hands are made out of stone. Mitchell thinks they're made out of wood. Okay? Gene Silva's trying to charge interest on this. I'm joking. Bryce, America, watch out for it. I think he's going to win this fight. I think he's too big. I know Dober's there, but Dober ain't going to grapple this summer in America. Watch out for it. I think he's going to win this fight. I think he's too big. I know Dober's there, but Dober ain't going to grapple and look for the back and tangle him up. And I watched Charles Jourdain, a guy who's now at bantamweight that was never a big featherweight, and not only wasn't a big featherweight, but was never a grappler.
Right.
I know he had a submission over Victor Henry.
He had decent grappler.
Was never a grappler. Bryce Jourdain. Charles Jourdain was a smaller featherweight.
Yes.
And he just kept getting these takedowns on Gene Silva in their fight. And I spoke to Tim Welch. And
he got like 3 takedowns in like a minute of control time. It wasn't anything fucking insane. And while I agree, I think, you know, and one thing is Jourdain moved down a weight class. Bryce Mitchell is built soy as fuck. He's built like a toddler. I mean, there's no chance of him taking someone down who's going to be training to stuff takedowns. I know this fight's already happened, so it's like easy to say now, but this is kind of I mean, look at this picture of fucking Bryce Mitchell. Yeah, this is going to be the guy that's going to get good takedowns on someone whose main focus for months and months and months, I assume, is going to be to stuff the fucking takedown. And what does he do? Stuff the takedown and gets a submission off of the takedown attempt. But whatever. Let's listen to more delusional takes.
If you look at Tim Welch, or if you listen to that podcast,
I don't listen
after
to
I
Tim
mentioned
Welch,
that Bryce Mitchell was getting takedowns, I think maybe even before I mentioned that Bryce Mitchell was getting takedowns, he was talking about seeing sparring footage of Gene Silva, where he kept getting taken down in the gym. And I know Gene has this ability to switch people off on the feet, and it's the fighting nerds way. They go out there, and if he wins this by TKO, I'm all aboard, okay? And everyone is going to be as well, because it's going to be a highlight, massive moment if he does pull it off.
So if he beats him, he's going to be all aboard?
I think he will get Gene Silva out of there with a rear naked choke at some point in the first or second.
Okay, fucking retarded. First round sub. But let's see. I want to just go through the timeline. You know, he said he'd be a fan, you know, if Gene Silva were to, you know, knock out Bryce Mitchell, he'll be on the bandwagon. I'm reading prayers on my stream right now for Bryce Mitchell in his fight with Gene Silva coming up next at UFC 314. Since when do you pray, buddy? You're a big prayer guy now, huh? But let's go with, I mean, do you want to say, you could say one thing, okay, the knockout would be huge, you know, that's very important. Oh, I hope that doesn't get fucking me banned. You could say one thing like, oh, you know, the knockout's very impressive. Oh, there's my flag of my people. The knockout's impressive, but I mean, a submission is even more impressive because it's something we haven't really seen in his arsenal before. We've seen him get one submission before, but against a guy like Bryce Mitchell, you know, blah, 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 whatever. He said he'd be on the bandwagon if he wins. Gene Silva chokes out Bryce Mitchell in round 2. Good little goy. Gene wins for Israel, like he said on Instagram before the fight. Cheer for him, people. Great win, to be fair, though. Yeah, you said you'd be on the... great win, to be fair, though. That's all you give him after he just completely shit on your whole breakdown meant nothing. Your whole breakdown was shit. He did the complete opposite of everything you would say happened and subs your spokesperson. And all you give him is a great win, to be fair, though. So much for being on the bandwagon. Let's go after. Oh, respect to Jean Silva. I didn't think he had better takedown defense than Ilia Topuria, and I didn't think Charles Jourdain was a far better I mean, this is just coping. Charles Jourdain is a better grappler than Bryce. Really? That's what you get for it? This is MMA math for fucking idiots. Oh, yep, there's Bryce Mitchell. This is MMA math for fucking dummies. This makes... the tweet makes no sense. Why does this have to be true? Why can't it be a fighter makes an improvement? Do you not believe in a fighter making an improvement? Like this fucking idiot. I don't even want to fucking put... He's kind of right, though. You know, when you're expecting something, it's a lot easier to prepare for it. He was training this the whole fucking time, you idiot. But yeah, whatever. Another stupid-ass take. And then this, where he goes after... Gene Silva looked great tonight. Good thing there was someone else to fight Bryce Mitchell on behalf of you while you ran to set the narrative through media. How about you fight a Jew? I think MMA Guru should fight a Jew. Right? That's what good thing Bryce had someone to fight for you tonight since you hate the Jews. How about you fight the Jew, MMA Guru? I will find a Jew to fight you. I will find one on the streets. He's still going fishing with Bryce Mitchell, whatever. Who fucking cares? I mean, cool. We are all big Bryce Mitchell fans now. He's totally relevant after getting fucking subbed by a striker who's a very well-rounded fighter. And then look, more coping. This is like hours later. Their opponent's shots just seem weaker. This is crazy because we know what he's getting at right here. I'm honestly just not going to ever bet against a fighting nerd again. They're in full control of every fight they're in. Opponent shots just seem weaker. Okay, that's fair. Swing with full power whenever they want. Crank on any submission they want with no side effect to cardio. Insane. And then, yeah, as you can see, Gene Silva is to say someone on steroids. I'm not saying he's on steroids. He just fights like he's roidal as fuck. They don't drug test him. Is it PEDs? Yeah, they're all on juice. That's called PEDs. Could it be a secret sauce? I mean, we get that's what he's fucking trying to say. And if he didn't, his stupid ass fans said it for him. The Patty fight, whatever. I'm trying to find this right now. This one. Gene Silva, with all due respect, shut the fuck up. You just got your first ranked win. Murphy in a fight night main event. Then if you win, fight the Allen versus Sterling winner on pay-per-view for your title shot. Come tomorrow, there'll be 13 guys above you in the rankings. Get to work. Beats number 13 in the world, wants a title shot. Now is when you take advantage of star power and stay active against top contenders. I kind of agree, but this is fucking... dude, you acted like he would not be able to beat fucking Bryce Mitchell. All of a sudden, now Bryce Mitchell's a bum. That means nothing. Obviously... Let's read Gene Silva's tweet so we can, kind of make clear what he was actually saying. He fucking finally translated this shit. I don't think anyone is going to give me anything. If it's not a title shot, then it better be a fight that puts me right there. But let's look at the facts. Volk, he wants to fight active Volk. He says, Diego Lopez got a title shot with 5 wins, 1 loss, 2 of those by decision. I have 5 wins, all by finish. I deserve it and I'm ready. I face the biggest knockout artist, Drew Dober, which I guess... kind of true. Took out one of the best grapplers in the division and submitted him. Knocked out, blah, 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 blah. I'm ready for whatever they decide. He's saying, I want a title shot. If not, I want to be... You're saying, with all due respect, shut the fuck up. You got your first ranked win. Fight Murphy. Then if you win, fight the Allen versus Sterling winner on paper. I mean, could you find a shittier matchup for him? Skip Murphy. Why would you give Jean Silva Murphy? Why? If Allen wins... against Sterling, which I don't know if he is. Just do Jean Silva versus Arnold Allen. Fuck it. Feed him to the wolves. The UFC wants to get him a title shot, and it's pretty obvious. All of a sudden, now we're just going to go up the ranks very, carefully, and we're going to do this like it's supposed to be done. They want to give the fight... We could see 3 fighting nerds as champions this year because the UFC is going to want to fast-track them. I think if Carlos Prates beats Ian Gary, he's a fight away from a title shot in the UFC's eyes. I could see him giving him a title shot by the end of the year because they want him as champion. He's the one to save the UFC. He's the one to save Dana White from Bilal Muhammad. I'm not saying he'd win, but, they want him up there. And then Kyle, he's not getting any fights at all. I'm assuming he's going to get Rob Whittaker. Then he's, again, 1 fight away from a title shot. He's, but he's higher ranked and, stuff like that. But you were on the bandwagon, and all of a sudden you want him to fight fucking Lerone Murphy in a fight night main event? Are you kidding me? That's how much you like him? A fight night main event, something you'd shit on everyone for. Yeah, whatever. Let's go over to his live reaction, because this is fucking hilarious to me.
Gene, stiff jab. Kick to the body from Bryce back. Good shot from Gene. Bryce...
Wait. Before I do anything, let's go to see how he scored the first round. Let's listen to this.
Round 2 coming up, dude.
Oh, wait, sorry. I went a little bit too fast. Oh, my
God. Top!
Look at him screaming.
Gene back up to his feet, but Bryce in on his hips. Another standing choke attempt from Gene. Bryce is going to have to get a roll out. No, he doesn't. Single leg. Bryce in on the hips again. He's got to watch on the break, though, Bryce. He's got to watch these positions on the single leg. He's out.
Yeah.
I think Bryce might have gone out for maybe a second nearly in that guillotine attempt.
What the fuck?
Short time in the round. Left hand from Bryce. That's a first round Bryce. That guillotine attempt was close, but that's a first round Bryce.
How did you guys comment down below? All right, if you're this far into the video, comment down below who you have winning the first round in that fight. Let me know if I'm fucking insane.
Very tight taps.
All right, let's watch this.
Oh, front choke attempt again.
Oh,
Bryce on the
choke.
single leg.
Look at
rolls
him,
him
so
over.
Locked in.
Tight choke from Gene. Bryce is trying to roll out. Very tight taps. No! You heathen! Okay, you dirty heathen!
Stop screaming.
You fucking IDF shill!
IDF.
Fuck!
He said
you
IDF. Ooh, the IDF.
Mass bitch, man. You fucking goy. Fuck this bitch.
Goy. Well, he knows all the words.
Good fucking win, you goy. You good little goy, dude.
Ooh.
Bryce preaching too much and not training. He did well, man, but he got caught in a fucking front choke.
He did well. He got fucking embarrassed.
Good for him. Good for Gene, the good little fucking goy bitch. Fucking pussy on his Instagram before the fight. Great win from Gene. Ah!
Ah! So pussy, IDF. Bro, you're so IDF, pussy. That's me when I see a Jew in the street. I go, hey, what are you in the IDF? And they just look at me, and then I spit on them.
Bryce Mitchell versus Gene Silva.
Look at him. He gets so upset.
Hello to everyone who just started the video and clicked here.
Me. He's talking to me, guys.
It was a fluke. Now, I don't know how to describe this. I thought Bryce was doing okay on the feet in the first round. I was cheering him on. I was like, oh.
We know you were cheering him on, buddy.
My God. Bryce is landing low kick after low kick. He's stomping on Gene Silva's leg. He's landing good body kicks. Gene was having moments, and at the end of the first round, he has a locked-in guillotine attempt.
Yes, he does.
You know what? I'm actually going to make a claim here about round one. I think Bryce went out for a second in the guillotine.
Yeah, you said that. I don't know if he did or didn't, but...
For a second.
I mean, he's such a fucking soy loser. He would probably go out in a guillotine.
Because he went a little limp in that guillotine in round one. And then at the end of round one, when they got back to their feet, he looked like he was...
Look at how upset he gets. Oh, my... Look at this face. Oh, my God. But look at how upset he gets when he's talking about Bryce being limp. You know, Bryce,
round one.
He went a little
And then
limp.
at the end of round one, when they got back to their feet, he looked like he was in round...
Wait.
For a second.
Look at him. He's so upset.
Because he went a little limp in that guillotine.
Oh, he's not a fan of Bryce going limp. This guy... This MMA guru guy. I mean, the dick sucking. Wait, let's go on his stream right now. Oh, what a fucking bum. I'm not joining that shit. Somebody give me a membership. I'm not joining that shit unless he takes his fucking helmet head off. But let's go back to the rage.
They're going to be insufferable online.
Yes.
The weakest among us are going to be insufferable.
The Jews.
Brutal choke from Gene Silva, man.
Is right.
I don't know what Jordan's grappling's made of, man.
He just copes all the time because he just does MMA math in his fucking prediction videos. You know, it looks like this guy got him down like 6 months ago. Now that this fight, you know, is kind of... He has a 2-month training camp against a guy who can't strike and can only grapple. I think the grappler's still going to be able to take down a young guy in his career on the come up, you know? It's not like he's shown any, you know, weaknesses to getting the shit beat out of him before and fucking knocked out unconscious brutally and then comes back and fights a fucking butt-scooching bum and gets a win. And all of a sudden, you know, I love this Bryce Mitchell guy. He's a good guy. I'm going to go fishing with him. I'm excited for the fishing video. Guys, I will make a bet with MMA Guru right now. We can use a middleman if you like. I will give you 10,000 pounds if you catch a fish on your fishing trip. I will give you 10,000 pounds. 10,000 of them. Not 10, not 1,000, 10,000. If you actually go fishing with Bryce in America and catch a fish. That's never going to happen. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, I think MMA Guru should fight a Jewish person. And that's really it. Not Ariel Helwani. He does not count. He's a fake Jew. I think he should fight a real Jew. I will find him a Jew to fight. But yeah, reach out to me. We will make that bet. That's never going to come to fruition, but I will be willing to pay him the 10,000 pounds. Excuse me. If you like this, like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. That's all. I'm out.